All right, everybody. Thought I would do a little update vlog here on the progress with Camper Van Project 2.0. I've spent a good chunk of the initial time of this just fixing a couple mechanical problems, replaced the transmission. I had some drivability problems that turned out to be a bad ground, and then something I haven't even talked about yet, which has already been resolved, though, is I went on a little trip and came back, and AC wasn't working, and I realized that it had a leak at one of the on and off switches mounted on the accumulator, and I guess that's pretty common. So I replaced that, taught myself how to recharge AC systems as this thing is running. But now I am full steam into getting the camper conversion part done. So a little thing on getting your guys' opinion though. I'm gonna go standard here. So this had some graphics, as you guys can see on the side, and what I noted is the top graphic, so with the little swoop up, it's not in perfect condition, but it's far better than the little graphic at the bottom. So fortunately these are peeling off pretty good, but what I did here is they're coming off quite easy compared to how they did on white van over there. But so this side, so my question is, what do you guys think? This side I peeled off the vinyl graphic that was on the bottom, and I think it does look already a lot better. So this is what that looks like. I'm gonna go wide angle so you guys can see it a little bit more. Oh, and then let's move over. And so don't tell me it looked better with the graphic, because I can't undo it. But you guys can see, I think it looks a lot better with it off. But my question is, should I just peel all the graphics off? Like I said, I mean, it's still, probably a couple hours of work, but it's really not that bad. But I'm working on that. So you guys let me know what you guys think. Of course, as you guys can see, this is a great example. The top one, not perfect, but pretty good shape. And then that bottom one down there, as you guys can see, is pretty rough. So, but I think it's looking better cosmetically already on the outside. All right, let's roll in. So the inside, I talked to you guys, I cleaned all that up, steam cleaned that real well. And then my personal preference here, let me shut off this fan here, is those windows I'm actually going to block off and put some insulation. So this is 1.5 inch EPS. This particular piece right here is cut to measure. And I was experimenting with a few things. So the inside portion, which will be this, I have some fabric, some of that duck fabric like I put in my campers. I'll wrap on the inside of that, and it actually, I think it'll match real well with the finished headliner and all the other trim that was in there from the original conversion van. And then, so what I did is the windows have a pretty good tint on them, but I tried a couple things. I did find that having the foil pointed outward did make a pretty big improvement in terms of temperature on the inside. So essentially my little experiment was I parked the van, the windows facing toward the western sun. It was like 112 yesterday, so it's real hot here. And I had the silver side going out, and then I measured a window without the insulation and window with the insulation, and it was like a 28 to 30 degree difference. So that's with the foil outward. And then the problem, as I'm sure you guys can imagine, is even with the tinted windows, if you were to look at the van, under most circumstances, you could see a little bit of the silver, but I thought it was minor enough to where it wasn't problematic. But if you had a very direct sun, you could see the silver pretty clearly. And, I'm going to kind of try to make this as stealth as I possibly can, though I know there are some features that is not going to make this the best stealth setup. So then what I did is I just sprayed the silver foam part here with some black spray paint. I put it in there, and that pretty much eliminated the problem, but it took away some of the benefits of having that aluminum foil facing outward. So my next solution is I bought some of the Thinsulate. That's that black blanket-like insulation that I used in White Van over there. And what I did in White Van, because I blocked up a couple windows in there, some of it are temporarily where you can, you know, remove them and insert them pretty easily. But I actually used this same EPS foam board, did the fabric on the interior for a cosmetic appearance, and then I actually, with a spray adhesive, just attached the Thinsulate to the portion that was immediately adjacent to the window. And it's black, so you don't see it when you're looking from the outside. And so I think that is what I'm gonna do on this van. So I've just got to cut the panels. I'll cut 3 of them. I ordered the Thinsulate yesterday. I'll wait for it to come in, and I'll get those bad boys in there. My next order of business, I can't remember if I talked to you guys in depth about this, but I'll repeat myself here. So you can see, well, it's got a little bit of fuzzies because of I was pulling that EPS in and out, but my kids did a really good job. They vacuumed it up in here, and it's a little steam cleaner attachment. But anyways, this space right here, let me go wide angle, give it a little bit. I'm gonna build a cabinet, floor to ceiling, and I'll actually have a tip down front, so you'll have a desk surface, and I'll kind of set it up a little bit like I did in Camper 8.0. It's a little hard to describe, but I'll show it to you. Next video, I think I should have the skeleton done. But one thing I really like about this van, which I realize is this has the electric bed, you know, so it can turn up into a normal seat. So I like that because you can still carry passengers, or if you wanted to sit in it like a couch. But if you lay flat like here, what I realized is I can actually put in a full 4x8 sheet of sheet goods, you know, whatever it is, insulation or plywood. Makes this thing super, super handy as a transport. So I'm gonna, when I build out the cabinets and everything in here, I'm gonna really keep that in mind, because I want to keep that versatility of not only being able to have it in a bed platform like you see here, or raise it up and have a couch platform, or have the capability to carry passengers, but also, even once I get it built out as a camper, I want to be able to have this seat go down in the bed platform and be able to slide in sheet goods. So this cabinet over here, this whole thing is, well, it varies a little bit because it tapers at the top, but it's about like 70 inches or 69 inches, something like that. So I'll still be able to have that cabinet in there, but I'll keep it to a depth of where I'll still have 49 inches across. So even with that cabinet in place up there, and I know it's hard for me to describe, you guys will just see it when I get it done, I'll still be able to lay the bed down like this and slide in sheet goods. And then the drawers that I'll build in the back, I'll keep them no taller than the level of the bed. So what I think this van will turn out to be is a really, really cool platform, because it'll have a little sink and a fridge, and of course it already has a solar system and a vent fan, and you know, I'll improve the lighting. You'll have all these things that'll make it a really good camper. But then you can convert it with very little effort into something that you can carry passengers in. And then finally, if you wanted to use it to you know, carry cargo, you know, even up to like a 4x8 sheet of plywood, you'll be able to do it. So I think these modifications will make this camper a really, really versatile platform. So just wanted to give you guys an update. It's been a while since I went on a little trip, etc. But I will see you guys next time, and hopefully we'll have some more progress on it. Matter of fact, while we're here, it's got some fuzzies on it, but this is the fabric that will cover the outside of those insulating panels, which will cover all of these windows in here. And I think that's going to match up really well with the fabric that was already put in here from the conversion van conversion. So thanks guys for watching. Hope you're all doing well.